What's going on, everybody? If you guys are new to the YouTube channel, I started side hustling full-time 3 years ago. I just started this YouTube channel this year to share some of my top side hustles and give my opinions on other YouTubers talking about side hustles when most of them haven't tried it, and I've done almost every side hustle in the book. So if you look through the channel, you can see a ton of side hustles that I've personally tried. But in this specific video, I want to give you guys a breakdown of all these side hustles that I currently am doing to make a full-time income. I've made over $9,000 this month, which if you multiply that by 12 months, it's $108,000. So we'll go through my top side hustles that I currently do and how much they're making each month. Most of these side hustles, I do have a YouTube video on as well, explaining exactly how I make money with these and how much I currently make. So let's get into these. I do have them on a list over here to my left, your guys' right. And the first one here is one that I've made a video on. Again, I'll link all these videos if there is one down below, but the first one is going to be Amazon affiliate program. But I don't use the Amazon affiliate program in the standard way that you're used to hearing it about on YouTube, which is just posting links like to this mic or to my camera stand or ring light that I'm using to make these videos down on my YouTube videos, or a blog site talking about products, linking out to them. I use the Amazon affiliate program, making video reviews for them. So if you didn't know this was a thing you could do on YouTube, I do have the full video breaking down exactly how to do it. Essentially what you do, you find a product, could be in your house or one that you buy, and make a video review on it, upload it to the Amazon affiliate program and tag those products. And sometimes your video will actually get on these products page that sell, thousands of these products per month. Anytime someone on the product page watches your video and then buys a product, you're going to get like 4% of the income, which doesn't sound like a ton, but if it's $100 item, you do get $4. So it is better to focus on these higher priced items for this. But this past month in January, I made $250, which isn't a ton, but it's the lowest out of these that I'm going to talk about. And this is actually lower than it usually is. It's usually above $300 on average. So $250 for this one. We'll add that to the counter in the top corner. The next one we're going to talk about here is going to be eBay. So I did do a Goodwill flipping thrift challenge where I went to my local Goodwill, which I do about once a week, maybe once every other week. Found some items to flip on eBay, and the challenge was very successful. I think I spent like $9 and sold them all on eBay for $50. It did take, a month and a half for those products I found in that video to sell, but not going to complain about $50 for one thrift store trip. This month I made $500. I had some bigger sales that I'll try to put up screenshots of things that I found at Goodwill for less than $10 and sold for some pretty high dollar amounts. So you can make a good amount flipping from Goodwill and stuff like that. And I really spend an hour or two a week on this side hustle, and I made $500 last month. Again, these are rough numbers I'm talking about in the video, but I will put up the actual dollar amount in the tracker. So that's the second side hustle that I would recommend. If I was doing it full time or even like half a full time, I could definitely make over $1,000 a month, I would think. But happy with 500. That's actually a little higher than normal as well. All right, the third source of income used to be one of my higher sources of income just last year, even actually as early as like 8 months ago. It was one of my highest sources of income. That's going to be writing. And for writing, I started on platforms like Fiverr and Upwork, also reaching out to a ton of sites that I wanted to write for, specifically in the sports niche and a sports betting niche later down the line. So I got some kind of unwritten contracts with some sports betting sites to provide content on, upcoming games or even sportsbooks reviews. And these companies played extremely well. So, there were months I made over $3,000 with this. This past month, I've been focusing on other things more. I've kind of upped my rates and prices, which has probably driven some people away from going with me as a freelance writer, but I still made $1,100 about freelance writing. So pretty happy with that for, trying just to write on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, like half the day or even less, is kind of what I started doing in the new year, at least for January. And now we're halfway through February already. I've been focusing on just Tuesdays and Wednesdays for writing like half the day. So I would say really focus on writing 8 to 10 hours. There are some other days where I have to hit a deadline. So I do write a little bit outside of Tuesdays and Wednesdays, but $1,100 not bad. Again, it used to be like over 3,000 last year, maybe even early in 2023. It was over 3,000. But I've been focusing on other things as well. So if you guys are new to the channel and don't know that I do a lot of print on demand, again, I've been scaling this back on Etsy. I made a lot of videos on Etsy, but I am permanently banned on Etsy. It's pretty easy to get permanently banned actually by Etsy for some very crazy copyright strikes that I don't really agree with. But again, if you're permanently banned, there's nothing you can do. They won't hear you out at all. So yeah, I'm permanently banned on Etsy, but I do make a bunch of Etsy videos still and still know what I'm talking about on Etsy. But now I moved to merch by Amazon. I've been a lot more careful with the copyright strikes and all of that. And this month I made $1,200 about on a merch by Amazon. It's basically you could sell print on demand products on Amazon directly through one of their platforms. It's even easier than something like Printful to integrate with Etsy or anything like that. Basically, you don't handle any of the customer service, anything. You just make the designs, put them up with titles and some keywords up on Amazon and see if they sell basically. And I haven't put too much work into this over the past year and a half, 2 years. Still making $1,200. And while I don't work on this a ton amount of hours now, I am always thinking about, what's a good trending design idea for a t-shirt or sweatshirt on Amazon. And I'll go ahead and make that. That happens like 3 to 5 times a month. I'll come up with a really good trending idea and upload it to Amazon, run some ads to it, see if it can kind of go viral. So I've had some designs go viral out of the $1,200. Probably like 25% of that is one viral design that I made in the past month. So definitely helps to have those viral designs. You can make a good amount of money on them if you upload them at the right time. And the same goes for an Etsy store if you have a print on demand Etsy store. The next way that I've been making money in January is on YouTube ad revenue. So you guys know that this YouTube channel is not monetized. I don't have 1,000 subscribers yet. It is pretty hard to get monetized on YouTube. It's not as easy as a bunch of these YouTube automation videos and channels make it seem. You got to be pretty skilled at it, or you got to grind it out and just keep pumping out videos, kind of like I'm doing for this channel. And one day I will get monetized, getting pretty close, closing in on 700 subscribers here. But this channel has made $0. But I do have 2 other YouTube channels. One is a channel that I tapped into a niche very early, started making videos on, got monetized pretty quickly, and have kind of just kept that up since then. I've kind of pivoted the channel into a same kind of niche, but that one doesn't make a ton of money. The one that does is a topic I'm really interested in. It's sports betting, which is blowing up in the United States. And I make a video on that like 4 or 5 times a week. But I do enjoy making these videos, and I figured out a way to make them pretty easily, quickly, get them uploaded. And they'll get, 5,000 views on average. So for getting over 100,000 views, they paid me $1,200. And it was well over 100,000, close to 200,000 views, $1,200 in YouTube ad revenue. So that's pretty good, you may say, for monetized YouTube channels getting around 200,000 views in a month. But that's not the way I make the most money on YouTube. There's actually 2 other ways, which are what I'm focusing on now. And while the YouTube ad revenue money is nice, the more money I made directly from YouTube is going to be sponsors. So with sports betting, definitely one of the best kind of channels to get into for sponsorships. If you don't know, some of these sports books, if you get someone to sign up for a sports book and you have a direct deal with the sports book, not just the generic affiliate deal they give everybody, some of these sports books like DraftKings and FanDuel will pay you upwards of $100, sometimes even more, for getting someone to sign up and just deposit the minimum amount, which is usually $10. So with YouTube ad promos, I made $2,100 about in January. Pretty crazy, but again, they are really high commission deals that you can make with these sponsorships. And then I even have a sponsor that pays me a flat fee every month of $250. So pretty good deals for that, and it's almost double what I've made in YouTube ad revenue. And if you take out the other channel that's not sports betting, it probably is double actually the amount with promos versus just YouTube ad revenue. All right, and then my biggest source of income in January of 2024 and moving forward, I hope, is this private Discord I have. So there are multiple companies now that focus on basically just providing a membership service for Discord. And Discord, if you don't know, they have different roles that people can have. And through these platforms, I use this one called WAP, which is a subscription service specifically for Discord. You could charge people per month to have a certain role in your Discord, gets access to specific channels within the Discord. And this has been growing like crazy. Recently, we just cracked over 100 people in the paid Discord sections. I charge them $30 a month. It's actually a really good value if you think what they're getting through this. It is a numbers game and it is recurring. So as long as you can keep adding more people every month versus how many people are leaving every month, it's going to keep growing as well. So definitely a great business I've found. I haven't really made any videos on how to run a successful paid Discord, but could be pretty interesting. I made $2,800 last month. Again, once you cross that 100 mark, 100 times 30 is going to be 3,000. So we definitely expect to make over 3,000 next month with this, because now we're well over 100 people in there, halfway through February. So those are my income sources. They're basically all side hustles. Now I'm focusing more on, the YouTube channel and the YouTube promotions, and now this private Discord as well. That makes up the bulk of the income compared to the other stuff, but the other things are definitely good side hustles to keep having. I said earlier in the video that all these added up should be over $9,000. I actually don't know what the number is on the tracker, but without the other things, eBay, Amazon affiliate program, merch by Amazon, doing a little writing here and there, I would be significantly less than 9,000, probably somewhere around 6,000. So it is good to have those extra side hustles that you can just do every once in a while when you kind of want to mix it up, do something different. You get bored of just doing all the same thing. And it does make up probably like a third of my total income for the month. So definitely good to have a bunch of different side hustles. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, subscribe to the channel. Check out some of these other videos that'll be here on the end cards, and just check out the channel to see some other side hustles I've done and these videos that I react to people talking about side hustles from someone who's tried a lot, and I'm currently doing a lot of them and making a good amount of money. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.